Welcome to KDKP Noire. I'm K Noire, and we're talking this week in K-pop. A lot going on, a lot of movement, a lot of action, a lot of good things, and some not so good, but we're going to make it good anyway. So, thanks for joining us. And if you're new here, we're happy to have you. And if you don't know what we do here, we talk about K-pop, K-drama, and the merging of the two. And sometimes a little bit of what's happening in the industry right now. So, thank you for joining us, and we hope you tune in and really like what you hear. BlackPink, obviously the most biggest story of this week, and everybody's talking about it. They have the third EP that they're coming out with, but some people are happy about it, some people not. It comes out on February 27th, I believe, and people are loving it because they waited so long for it. But then there are people that are saying they're only releasing like maybe 4 to 6 songs on this EP. And why is it that they've been in the industry since 2016 and just have so little music? Well, that could be a lot of things. But at the end of the day, they have proven they're the best. They're BlackPink. That's the way I look at it. It's like a little goes a long way. And maybe they have that same concept as well. But we're all excited to see them come back out as a group, as a whole. You know, they've done their individual projects. I mean, they've all done great things with, Lisa. She's been over here. She was acting on White Lotus. She's had a lot of individual music as well, too. Jisoo, she's done a lot of Korean projects with K-dramas, so we know we love that, And then there's Rosé, who blew up the Billboard charts here with Apati, if I get that right, with Bruno Mars, and with her music in general. People are loving it and just really, really enjoying what she's putting out. Then we have none other than Jennie. And I like Jennie. And Jennie has been blowing up music charts, music shows, everything since she's put her music out. So we're happy to see them come back together in a collaborative effort as the unit BlackPink. And let's see what they do. I'm excited about it, and I hope you are too. Right along, talking about returns. Let's talk about the group 2PM. Some of you may know who they are, some of you may not, but you definitely know the people that are involved in this group as a whole. Now, 2PM was up under the entertainment company JYP Entertainment, and there was a 2 a.m., there was a 2 p.m. Now, 2 p.m. obviously, has still been active, and some people consider it to be more successful, but I think that's left up to opinion. But you'll definitely know these guys are a great group. They are reuniting for their 15th anniversary in Japan as a group as a whole, and that's something they haven't done in a while. So we're excited to see them come back. And if you know anything about their members, as I was saying, they are active in K-drama so much, and some of them still in K-pop. So, they do hosting, they do a lot of movies. If you're not familiar, I think he goes by Taecyeon, which he played in Venzino, he's played in Heartbeat. He's done so many projects. He's got a project out on Vicky now. I mean, he's done a lot. And I hear that he's engaged to be married, so congratulations. Lee Jung-ho, you've seen him on everything. He was hosting here a few months back, and he's also been seen in Red Sleeve, which is one of my favorites. I love that period piece movie. He's also done Typhoon Family. He's done Cash Hero. You know him when you see him. He's done so much. Their little group here. There is, and I'm going to get this Chaesung. I think I'm going to get this right. He's done in, he played in What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. I Married the Anti-Fan, which, it's huge if you've ever seen anything which combines kind of K-pop and K-drama. And the other members have done great things as well. So we're just happy to see them come back together. And if you don't know who 2 p.m. is, or you haven't heard their music, look it up. Take a look at it. Now, continuing with our roll of returns here, and we are excited about EXO and their return. And many of you know that, they came back on, I think it was January 19th. This is minus the CBX crew. Unfortunately, there's still legal disputes there, but they are still doing great things with one of their, leading tracks called The Crown. If you haven't listened to it, you haven't heard it, you need to. I love these guys. I love these guys. They have several members that have done several things with in EXO with K-dramas. I mean, they had their Chinese members that if you're looking at C-dramas, you will see an EXO member in a lot of them. So you need to get out there and check those out. You will also see D.O., who is a huge K-drama actor, and he sings well, but you see him in a lot of K-dramas. This guy is incredible. Don't miss it. He's in the Manipulated right now. Don't miss that. And Kai. Kai is a multifaceted talent as well, too. He sings, he dances, he's musically inclined, playing the piano and so forth, or just very artistically inclined in dance. And I think that you can see him in Adante, which is, I really like that. It talks about death. It's a K-drama that is death-centered, but he brings a lot of good humor and a lot of good acting and just really great energy to the movie. So check that out. The other thing that we're talking about, it is legal news. And legal news there is, it seems like we're never getting rid of Min Hee-jin. I hate to say that, but this is kind of so true. In the States, we've heard that she has, there's what they call a reverse lawsuit. And what it is that they are coming up with some content and some allegations saying that Hype kind of put a smear campaign for her here in the States. And so she is working with a group here in the States with some attorneys allegedly trying to bring that smear campaign and that lawsuit over into Korea against Hype. So, in the Hype label, which is pretty interesting. And this was one I wasn't expecting because we've heard so much about her being so involved in the lawsuits with Danielle, some of the, and just New Jeans as a whole, and her individual suits as well with stock options and things like that. But this one right here, from a U.S. perspective, I wasn't expecting, but it's happening. So we'll keep our eye on it and see how that comes out. But, we're still talking about her. At least, she knows how to be relevant. And speaking of relevance, Cha Eun-woo. You've known him from True Beauty. You've known him from My Gangnam ID. You've known him from Rookie Historian in K-dramas. But he's got some legal issues he's facing right now with regards to tax evasion. The alleged act of tax evasion. They're saying that, he set up a separate entity in what they call a paper evasion, which I don't want to get into all the legal aspects of that, but it's kind of like a separate entity, separate company establishing, moving the money there and allegedly saying that that's where he hid some of his money, that he was being really, trying to hide that because of his agency, Fantasia, wasn't doing their part. And a lot of times the stars, don't really know how their money is being moved or managed. They're paying taxes or not paying taxes or what's really happening with it. So we wish him the best when it comes to getting that situated. And Hypen. And Hypen just released their new EP back on January 16th. It is a little mini remix album, but it has a lot of movement and a lot of traction. It is featuring their new song called Knife, which, get this, received 11.6 million views in less than 24 hours of being released. Now, ending on a high note here. This is actually my favorite. If you watch this channel, you know this. EJ. EJ is doing great things. I love this girl. Now, here in the States, it's award season. We saw them take home the Critics' Choice Award. EJ did For the song Golden, we saw K-pop Demon Hunters win in the Critics' Choice Awards. We saw them win on the Golden Globes as well too for the same original soundtrack and for best composer and writing, and for a best animated feature film. So we know that normally here the Golden Globes are the foundation. They're the ones that most people say that's going to probably be what the Oscars or Academy Awards will be, because a lot of their members are also part of the Academy. So a lot of people think that they vote literally the same, or that same voting will be emulated in the Academy Awards, Oscar Awards. Well, we have yet to find out, but we do know she was nominated for an Oscar for the song Golden. And the song was nominated for the Best Original Soundtrack. The movie was nominated for Best Animated Feature for K-pop Demon Hunters as well. So there's a lot of things going on and a lot of positive goodness with her. I mean, her life is really golden, really shining through right now. I look at that because my mind always goes back to the interview in which she said she was an SM trainee for 11 years and was not selected to debut. Now, 11 years training, did not debut, but she got, good training. She got a degree in the process. She did a lot of good things. And now, within 11 months, she has topped every Billboard chart, with the song Golden. She is, beginning to get all these awards and accolades in the US as well as in Korea, Japan, other areas too, within 11 months. So 11 years of training and 11 months to see it come back. On that note, that's it for us this week. Thank you for joining us, and until next time.